Welcome to this video. I'm Tyrone from Property Investory, and thanks so much for taking your time to check out this video. So taking a look at this video, I'm going to be looking at the property developer success, and I'm going to be providing a review on this particular course. I've personally taken this course, been on the bootcamp twice already. It's a fantastic property development course, and I personally know Jason John Byron and also Amy Tang, who are the trainers and the very successful property developers who have done like multi-million dollar developments. I mean, from what I've last spoken to him, he's done over already $50 million worth of property developments in the past 10 years already. So he's definitely someone who I would definitely recommend to follow and also to learn and train from, because he has a lot of experience. So what I want to try and do today in this particular training, or I guess review, is to share with you the pros and the cons of the course. And I guess I can talk from personal experience. Whatever I share in here is pretty much going to be coming from what I've gained from the course, what I've actually been able to learn from the course, but also to show you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's inside the course as well, if you're still sitting on the fence on deciding. The other thing I have to mention up front is that if you do decide to purchase this course through my affiliate link, I will receive a commission from it. So I would want to thank you upfront for that. But everything that I say in this course is not necessarily determined by that. All I want to share with you is just an honest opinion, because I think it's just worthwhile to be able to understand from experience on how this actual course works and what you can gain from it. All right, so let's just jump straight in, and I'll share with you a little bit more about this. So if you go to the landing page, this is what they currently show here. This is a bit of testimonials and so forth. But once you've joined in and accessed the course, this is actually what it looks like in here. And it's part of the Think Property Club, which is part of Jason John Byron's membership site. And inside there, you'll actually get access to the property development blueprint or property development success course. And it's extremely very well laid out, and it's like a full blueprint of the 12 steps. So I'll just scroll down and just show you exactly that. It's actually a simple step-by-step area. So you've got, like, as I said, 12 stages: stage 1, stage 2, 3, all the way down to 12. And I'll just kind of give you a quick outline. 13 is an additional stage, I guess you can say, because it's joint ventures and it's part and parcel of it. But the most important parts are the first 12 stages. So they start talking about, firstly, the mindset. That's crucial whenever you jump into property development. Target area, acquiring a site due diligence, feasibility, development application, finance, marketing and selling, building approvals, construction, completion, and finally some creative additional strategies as well. Now, I'm not going to run through every single stage, because this will take pretty much a whole day for me to do. I mean, they've got a dedicated 3-day boot camp, which I've attended to twice already. And in the boot camp, it actually details out every one of these stages in very specific steps. And the great thing about going to the boot camp, I should say, is that you'll not only connect with Jason John Byron, who teach you the course, but also too, you'll basically be able to connect with all very much like-minded property developers and property investors. There's so many people from different walks of life that actually go to this. And I think from my experience, when I actually attended, a lot of the people who I actually connected with were already starting in property development, or already had an existing property portfolio of a few properties under their belt. So it's not necessarily for the beginner. I mean, it's great if you want to start property development as part of your property journey up front, which is great. But majority of the people who actually attend property development success have already got an existing knowledge behind property investing, and have a portfolio that they've already been building in the past. The other thing I want to mention as well about this particular course is that it does cover all aspects of property development from start to finish, from building houses, duplexes, townhouses, all the way to units as well. Essentially, once you learn the fundamentals, which they have in this whole course, it's pretty much the same concept all the way through for any type of development. The complexities get harder and more challenging when you go up higher levels, such as building like maybe a 50 high-rise apartment. But essentially, the fundamentals of starting from stage 1 all the way through to actually completion is the same. It's just there will be a lot more cogs in the wheel and a lot more people that you've got to deal with once you go in a larger scale. So that's really powerful, and that's what I love about this course, because it's very detailed, and it's got so many great videos. Every single part of it has been thought out carefully, because Jason has pretty much unpacked everything that he's learned over the last decade or so from his own development journey as well. The other thing I love about this is that there are monthly webinars. So you can actually hop on, and this is the great thing, is that it's all recorded, and you can hop in and review and go back to see what they've done. But every month you get to hop onto a Q&A session or webinar with Jason and Amy and ask any questions. If you've got anything specific that you want to ask, perfect time to hop on and get the answers for that as well too. They've also got some specific interviews with pretty much their team professionals. The professionals I'm referring to are such as like town planners, builders, architects, people who actually refer software such as RP data. They've even got finance experts on there. So that's really powerful. And the reason why I point that out is because the key thing about actually succeeding in property development is that you've got to find some really, really key people, or really, really important people in your team, because it's a team sport. It's not something you just do by yourself. And people like builders, architects, town planners, and to find good ones who are actually doing the really bulk of the property developments across the board in whichever suburb you're, are hard to find. I guess when I say hard to find, I'm talking about actually finding trustworthy people who can actually get the work done. Because from my experience, I've met so many different people, and there are some people who are actually good for doing, the paper shuffling, the run-of-the-mill kind of people. Then there are exceptional people who actually you just say to them that I want this, and they'll actually go and do it and give you even a better recommendation than you ever expected. So it's those kind of people, and Jason teaches you that in the course on how to find them. It's basically like the Pareto principles 80-20 rule. What you'll discover is that 20% of all the type of professionals out there do a bulk of the work, like 80% of the work. And that's what he teaches you to find, because those are the people who have what they call a proven track record. And then you want to definitely go with those people. Okay, the other beautiful thing about this course is that the templates and checklists. This is what I found extremely helpful. I'll scroll down, show you. In this section, you pretty much have a step-by-step templates, checklists, and stuff like that. And because I'm more of a systems-based type of person, I like to have these things in place. I don't want to be reinventing the wheel. So if I have a template on how to actually go out and find property deals, I've got that there. How to actually complete a development approval, that step's there. Finance, etc. All these steps, these checklists are really, really great to have. And he's actually laid it all out here. It's all in files, and you don't have to even reinvent the wheel. You just pretty much download them, follow them, and then get started. So that's a huge, huge time saver, in my opinion. Jumping back over to the other thing is, what I would like to mention is that for the people who are just starting in property development, the good thing about what Jason's done with this course is that you can pretty much take this course and apply it. It's a process. You don't need to reinvent the wheel by thinking about how to do certain things yourself. He's actually giving you the blueprint. All you have to do is adapt it to your property project, and then you're up and running. The main thing you need to do is obviously understand how these principles work, because if you understand them, then you can pretty much apply it to any situation. And that's why going to the bootcamp is so important, because you can actually ask questions and then understand how it relates to your potential property development as well. Another great feature or pro of this course is the members special offer or discounts. This whole section here provides great discounts to specific things such as RP data, which I also have membership access as well too, through that course. The great thing about RP data is you can actually do some background research on the property deal that you're looking at, or the particular property that you're looking to purchase for your development. You can type in an address and it'll tell you all the background information, even generate some valuation reports and so forth. So this in itself has pretty much paid itself off. If you join up to this program and get RP data, discount, man, it is just well worth it. Every single real estate agent I've known, and because I've also worked in that industry, uses RP data to find certain information, to get comparable sales, to get land data information and all that. He's also got a number of other discounts that they've come up with, other partners, from conveyancers to tiles to builders. Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic stuff. And if you want to go even more deeper, you can click on any of these. And then finally, what I really, really like about this is the active Facebook community. So I pointed out, the bootcamp's really important. Definitely go there whenever he runs one. Sign up to go and attend them. It's so important to actually just get access to that, because you meet so many like-minded people. But to keep going on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, weekly basis, to access people, the Facebook community is extremely active, and I would highly recommend to be part of that, because it's so important to actually speak to people who are actually already in the trenches, who are actually already doing. And Jason's in there very, very active as well too, posting information, sharing what's going on, giving some great examples, case studies. People in the community also posting in there, sharing their stories, telling what they're doing. As you can see, there's, from this development and so forth. So yeah, it's a strong community. And I think if you become part of that, you'll really, really be able to tap into a fantastic network. All right, so that's, in my opinion, a lot of the pros in this course. And you might be thinking, this course sounds amazing. and it is. As I said, from my experience, I've really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed working and learning from both Jason and Amy. As part of anything, I want to also give a different side that, potentially some of the cons or things that I think that could be improved in the course that could be provided, because not everything's going to be perfect. And depending on what you're looking for your property development journey, what kind of resources, what kind of training you want to actually apply, you kind of just want to be aware of these things as well. So I'm going to outline a few of them. Okay, so the first thing I want to just talk about is the training. Training's amazing, as I said. You definitely need to attend the boot camp. And the reason why I say that is because if you just start out and just go through the course online, it is extremely overwhelming. And I will point this out, for my example, to go through like over 40 hours of training or videos online, plus a 230 page plus manual is extremely overwhelming and very, requiring a lot of hours. Like if you had a whole week and you could just dedicate that time, go through it all, it'd be great. But it can also be quite daunting, because the thing is there's not much interaction if you don't actually get out there and speak to people, because this is just, resource. This is just information. But until you actually take this knowledge and apply it, it doesn't really, help with anything. So the thing I highly recommend you do is, before you even delve into the online course, if you have a chance, attend the bootcamp first, talk to people, get interaction. That interaction with people in that community actually drives you, motivates you, and gets you encouraged and supported, at the same time. So I think that's something that I would highly recommend before even jumping into it. I personally have gone through every single one of these videos, because I download them in the past, and I've just listened to on the go, while I'm in the car. But that's taken me weeks to do, because I can't just sit there for 50 hours plus just to listen to all this. This is just too much information. So that's something that I would point out. It's not for the faint-hearted. And I think the thing is that you need to actually understand that this is just like almost like the Bible, like the property development Bible, because it just has so much information which you need to understand and digest and then apply. It's not something you can just read one parable and then that's it, you can understand it. The other thing I want to also mention is, if you're looking to go down the path of land subdivisions and wanting to, sell land in the future and not develop or construct like a townhouse or house or duplex or whatever you wanted to do in your property development journey, this course isn't for you, because Jason and Byron doesn't really go into too much details about subdivisions or land subdivisions as such. They don't really go into splitters or anything like that in other courses which I've attended. So this might not be for you. He actually details everything from purchasing a property to, you can do subdivisions, but the thing is he's talking about subdivisions from either townhouse developments or duplexes, or I guess creating titles from units. So he goes all the way through to construction and to the end. And that process is usually a lot longer than, say, subdividing a land into maybe 1 into 2 or 1 into 5 or whatever it is. So just be mindful of that. If that's not for you, and you're looking to go down the land subdivision path, then this course isn't for you. And there's other courses that I would recommend for that. But if you're looking to just build your home or build a house or build a duplex and make money and profit from it, then this course is definitely for you. All right. The other thing is in my experience as well, it's not for people who need a lot of hand holding. Because the thing is, this doesn't include a personal one-on-one coach in the program. To get support, the kind of support that, if you need some help and stuff like that, as I mentioned, there isn't a specific coach that's allocated to you. You will need to access the very active community in Facebook. Just reach out to other members in the community to get some help. You can message Jason and also Amy directly through private messaging or the Facebook Messenger and ask questions, or post it into their Facebook group to be able to ask that as well. And he usually responds pretty well. But if you need someone to actually hold your hand, to give you, I guess, guidance and mentorship and so forth, this isn't going to be for you. I mean, the thing is they do have that, but it is actually what you need to do is upgrade to what they call the next level mastermind, which is a much more premium type of program where they will actually give you hand holding and step by step and guide you through your development and help you to actually do that. Now that does come at an extra cost. It's almost like 10 times more actually. So just be aware that if you do need that kind of support, then you can consider it. And I would definitely highly recommend you to check out the Next Level Mastermind if it is right for you. It is an application only process, and if you are successful in actually going through that program, or to actually get through into the program, working with Jason John Byron and also Amy Tang, as I said, it's a selection application only process, then they will offer it to you. But you really will have to, one, have the funds to do it, and two, really have the drive and motivation, because even if you get into that program, you still will need to take a lot of action. So, I think the key takeaway for you here is not just to necessarily just learn about property development here, but you got to actually take some form of action and apply these things that you learn as well. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've kind of outlined the pros and the cons throughout the Property Development Success Program, and it's an ongoing improving program. Jason continually has been adding more and more content here. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next, say, 12 months or 24 months or whenever you come back to here, this will be improved. There'll be more things here, more content, and just more engagement on so many new levels, because as you probably realize, property does change over time, and depending on the market and when the cycles of the property sector change and so forth like that, you will get more information. So he will actually provide all that in this course. So I personally want to just say that it is a great in-depth course teaching about property development, and it's definitely worth the investment in my opinion. It's a small investment into the kind of returns that you will get. It's exponential. If you put in the hard work now and you don't see results, but initially, don't give up. That's the thing I've learned about, is that you got to actually put in the hard work, because you will not see any results at the beginning. These developments take anywhere between 24 to 36 months to actually complete. Can even go longer if you go into a bigger development as well. But the rewards behind it at the end, as long as you follow this step in the processes and make sure that you do things correctly, it is exponential. You can put in a small amount and increase and gain a lot of profit out of these as well. But what I will need to mention as well is you will need to put in a lot of hours to learn this skill, because it's not something that comes naturally to people unless you've been working in the industry or you already have developed that through your own job experience or so forth, or worked in other projects. So it's not for the faint-hearted, but you just need to take a lot of action. So my high recommendation to you is definitely, if you're looking to go into property development and you need some education behind it, check this course out. I highly recommend it, because personally I've been through it and you learn so much. But also, not only that, you connect to a fantastic community which will be a support and help you. And furthermore, the trainers, Jason John Byron and Amy Tang, are wonderful and personable people that you can actually talk to. And I haven't come across many people, many developers like that, to be able to help you and succeed. And he's definitely helped me a lot on my journey too. So I want to say thank you very much for watching this video. If you are interested in checking out the course, or being part of it, or wanting to learn a little bit more, or even looking to purchase the course as well, if you're made that decision, then feel free to click on the link below. As I mentioned up front at the beginning of this video, it is an affiliate link, and I do want to give you just an upfront disclaimer saying that yes, I will receive a commission up front, but and I want to also thank you for that too. But this review, as I mentioned to you, is not driven towards for that. It's mainly just to be able to give you some insight into the whole course, and just to give you and share with you my own personal opinion. So hopefully you enjoy it, and if you do have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me. But thank you so much for watching this video.